And we officially welcome you to the Save Mart Center here in beautiful Fresno, California. You've got a team in Boise State. They've won the last 9. Dogs, they've won their last 2. Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Norwell. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Last time these two teams met, you got to go almost about a month ago in Boise, and it was the Fresno State who had a halftime lead, but it was Boise State who walked away with an 8-point win. The Dogs trying to return the favor here at the Save Mart Center and snap that 9-game winning streak. As we take a look at the starting lineups on the floor. First for the visitors in the Boise State Broncos, rocking the white uniforms with the orange numbers, brought to you by Axis Hotel Group, your locally owned hotel expert with 6 hotels a few short miles from the Fresno State campus and the official hotel partner of Fresno State Athletics. You see their starting lineup. It's the same lineup they've used every game this season. They're the only team in the Mountain West Conference to have the same starting lineup this year. At one guard is Danny Bays, the senior from Australia, averaging almost 14 a game. Maya Hansen is the senior from Montana. She's averaging 7.5 a game. Natalie Pasco is the senior from Danville, California, averaging 13 a game. Preseason Player of the Year, Tatum Thompson, is the 6'1 senior, averaging 14. And Libby Hutton is the sophomore from Australia, averaging 10 a game. They are coached by Gordy Presnell, who's in his 21st season. He's 12 wins shy of 800 all-time in his 39 coaching years. Time now for the home team and their starting lineups, brought to you by California Business Machines with over 70 years of game-changing service. You see them on your screen. At one guard, it is Danae Powell. She is the 5'7 sophomore from Vegas, averaging almost 11 a game. Best three-point shooter on the team, shooting 41% from downtown. Coming off a game, she had 14. The other guard / forward is Jasa Gamble, the 5'11 senior from San Bruno, California. I think coming off her best game, she had 15, 8, and 4 steals. She guards the best player, and she's been scoring as well. She's averaging 8.5 and almost 5 boards a game. Millie Long had her 6th 20-point game of the season when she dropped 23 in the win against Nevada on Saturday. She's averaging 13 a game and shooting 44% from the floor. The other guard is Ava Marr, the 5'10 freshman, who's been the 3-time Mountain West Freshman of the Week from Briar, Washington. She's averaging 6 points a game and shooting 31% from 3. And then it's Jess Diawara, who is the grad student, the transfer from San Jose State's averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds a game. So she's shooting 49% from the floor coming in. And the Dogs are coached by Ryan McCarthy, who's in his first season from UAA. He's got a winning percentage of .822 at UAA in his time there. 13 seasons, and he won 309 games. He was a 6-time GNAC Coach of the Year. Associate Coach Shana Afoe in her first season. Gina McCarthy is his wife in her first year. Ramondo Vaughn in his first year, and Jalen McCullough in his first season as well. So the Dogs, they've won their last 2. This is the 54th meeting all-time between these two programs. Dogs lead the all-time series, 30 wins to just 23 losses. And in the last 5 games, Dogs are 2-3 against Boise. Last year, Bulldogs won both meetings. This year so far, Boise State won that meeting on January 21st. The officials here tonight, Chuck Gonzalez. We've got Benny Luna and Darren Kershesnik are your 3 officials. Players running out. You know what that means. It is time now for the Toyota tip-off. Toyota, let's go places. I am Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez running sidelines for you. Bulldogs in the black unis with the red numbers, white outline. Boise State in the white with the orange. Tip is up, and we are underway. Thanks for joining us here tonight on iHeartRadio, and if you're watching us on the Mountain West Network. Here is Tatum, the preseason Player of the Year. Pull-up jumper, pure. 2-0 start for Tatum Thompson. All Mountain West selection last season. She's their leading scorer, averaging 14 a game. This is a very experienced Boise State team. 4 of the 5 starters have been here since their freshman year, and they have been playing together the last 4 years. Gamble goes inside to Diawara. Jess spins, goes up, left hand, missed it. Rebound Thompson, and she is fouled by Gamble, and that is a early foul on Jasa. That's her first, and Jasa's got to stay out of foul trouble here today. The Bulldogs are shorthanded. They're missing Avery Watkins for the 3rd straight game, out with that thumb injury. Injury report brought to you by Sierra Pacific Orthopedic, proud to be the official team physicians of Fresno State Athletics. It's a 4-0 start as Danny Bays gets a bunny. 50 seconds gone here in the opening quarter. This Boise State team was 1-3 to start in Mountain West play, and then they rattled off since then 9 in a row. And they are all alone in third. They've got a shot at a conference title. Here's Mar, quick trigger, 3, left wing, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound inside is loose, goes out of bounds. Last touch, it is on Diawara. These are two of the better rebounding teams in the conference. Dogs are the best in rebounding margin, averaging out-rebounding their opponents by almost 7 boards a game, whereas Boise State's out-rebounding their opponents by almost 5. Thompson against the freshman Mar. 4-0 start early for Boise State. 8:40 to play here in the opening quarter. Open three-pointer, top of the key, can't leave her. It's 7-0 start as Bays knocks down a triple, and Boise trying to come out and take it to Fresno State early, quickly. Gamble, pull up, elbow, no good. Rebound inside, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Fresno State, and Mo Chavez is going to check in for the freshman Mar. Danny Bays, one of the best three-point shooters in the league. You can't leave her. She's 40% from downtown. She's got 5 already. She was on the All-Mountain West freshman team a few years ago when she was a freshman. Turnaround tough shot, and it's already a 9-0 start for Boise State. Maya Hansen with the bunny. Broncos off to a quick start. 2 minutes gone here in the first. Inside they go. That's thrown away by Millie, and turnover against Fresno State. Bulldogs have to score tonight because Boise can score. They're averaging 71 points a game. That's third best in this conference. Dogs average just 62. So you're going to have to score if you're Fresno State. On that baseline, good D by Jason, just picked her pocket. Here comes a chance for Fresno State to run for the first time tonight. Out to Millie, open look, three-pointer. Got it! There's the first triple knocked down for the Dogs, and the first points in this one come at the 7.5 mark. And the Dogs trail 9-3. Millie's had 6 games of 20 points or more in this one. Coach Ryan McCarthy is already fired up on the sideline. Got a no scouting report. Good hands by Jasa. Pass deflected and stolen by Danae Powell. Millie has it left wing. Dogs down 9-3, 7:05 to play here in the first quarter. Jasa gets the screen, pull up mid-range. That's her shot. Love it. Knocks it down from the left elbow. First bucket for Gamble. Dogs on a quick 5-0 spurt. They trail 9-5. 6:50 left here in this opening quarter. Open three. They left Bays. Got it. Danny Bays is a very good three-point shooter, and the Dogs have left her open twice, and that's a timeout by head coach Ryan McCarthy. 6:45 to play here in the opening quarter. The Bulldogs trailing 12-5. This is Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. We welcome you back to the Save Mart Center. This game is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of Fresno State Athletics. It's Boise State off to a quick start over Fresno State, 12-5 with 6:45 left here in the first quarter. I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez was in that huddle. Taylor, he's not happy with how they're defending the three. I know that.
Not happy. As you saw, he met them on the court. He didn't wait for them to come sit down because he needed to say what he needed to say right then. But he's just upset with the urgency of his team. He said at this point in the year, you guys need to be giving 100%. You guys, I don't see it like you understand what's at stake here. And then he's really upset about them going 5 for 5. Our defense has to be better than that.
Turnover on the Dogs, an illegal screen, and Coach Ryan McCarthy trying to bring the intensity. It missed. They leave the open three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound inside by Millie. Communication on defense for the Dogs has been a struggle to start. They don't know if they're switching or if they're staying, and that's one of the reasons Coach Ryan McCarthy's been upset as well here in this opening quarter. Here's Millie with the dribble. He'll swing it over to Mar. Ava, one-on-one to the basket. Goes up, missed it, but she was fouled by Pasco. And Ava will be at the line for 2. Hedda Kuna's in for the first time here tonight. She picked up that foul on the illegal screen. She's playing with a heavily bandaged, you can see it on her left finger. She's got her 2 fingers bandaged together, her index and the finger right next to it. Chavez and Diawara take a seat. India Clark checks in for Fresno State. Mar's free throw is good. 3-time Mountain West Freshman of the Week is Ava Mar. Dogs rocking the smooth black unis tonight. Got the Bulldogs underneath the numbers on the back. Fresno State written across the chest. And Ava knocks down both. Dogs down 12-7 here early. Boise State is 5 of 6 from the floor. Dogs 2 of 5. Here is Pasco, who was all Mountain West back in the 23-24 season. Open three. That is no good. Rebound Gamble. That was taken by Maya Hansen. There's a couple of really good three-point shooters on Boise State, and the Dogs got a couple as well in Mar and Danae Powell. Powell's on the bench right now. Here's Millie. Ava back to Millie. Now to Ava. Shot clock is approaching 10. Screen set by Kuna, and that's an illegal screen call. That's the second foul called on Kuna, and I thought Kuna was set on that one. As Maya Hansen goes down, we have to see a replay on that. Hansen took the worst of it, but Kuna looked like she was set. Keep in mind, Boise State, they have really done a good job of not suffering the injury bug for their starting five. They've had the same starting five all year long. They have been very healthy with their top five. The coach Ryan McCarthy said is as good as anyone in the Mountain West Conference. And their starting five. 12-7 lead Boise State. Bad pass stolen away. There's Danae Powell. Danae will leave it and almost threw it away as she was trying to go down the sideline to India Clark. Libby Hutton, the sophomore, first time we called her name, knocks it out of bounds. Pay attention to Libby Hutton. She had 25 points and 9 rebounds in the first meeting between these two. Millie will get it into Jasa. Dogs down 5. Jasa, go to work, pull up, got it. That's easy work for Jasa. If you get Pasco on you that deep, go to work, young lady. 12-9. Dogs down by 3 with 5:05 to play here in the opening quarter, and that's going to be a hook called against Maya Hansen, and that's a turnover on Boise State, and that gets head coach Gordy Presnell in the official's ear, in Chuck Gonzalez. He didn't like that call. 5 minutes left here in the first. Chance for the Dogs to tie if they knock down a 3. After it was Boise State jumping off to a quick early start, and there's another illegal screen on Diawara this time. That's her first, and that's already the 4th team foul on Fresno State with 4:52 to play here in the first. And Boise State is a very good free throw shooting team. You watch this one back, yep. Never was set and then kind of leaned into it. Dogs have had, we always mention every broadcast, they get 2 or 3 of those calls every game, and Jasa just picked up her second. And Coach Ryan McCarthy is very upset with Jasa Gamble. That's her second foul, and 2 of those, her 2 fouls she's gotten are fouls you don't want to see from your best defensive player. She's going for a steal that she's never going to get to and runs right into Bays, and now you put a good free throw shooter at the line, and that's a senior, and Coach Ryan McCarthy, you can see him not happy with Jasa. Got a foul hitting on a rebound where she hit a girl across the head, and then that one already here in the first quarter. That's a big loss for the Dogs as Bays knocks down the first free throw. Jasa played 40 minutes in their first meeting. She is their best defensive player. She might be the best defensive player in the conference. She'll be on the all-defensive team. And both free throws made by Bays, who's already in double figures, is Danny Bays with 10 of the 14 for Boise State. Izzy Harms, the freshman from Eugene, checks in for the first time. Full court pressure from the Broncos for the first time tonight. Dogs down 5. Millie, good pass. Danae, head fake, goes up, missed it. Rebound inside is Tatum. And here comes Boise State up ahead. Diawara deflects it out of bounds. Good job of running the floor by Jess to not give up an easy layup to Libby Hutton. Bulldogs already in foul trouble. Gamble's got 2. Kuna's got 2. Diawara with 1 here in this opening quarter. And the Bulldogs are not deep as they've got so many injuries that we've talked about all season long. Bays off the bounce. She's had a good first quarter. Working on Chavez. They'll kick it out. Work it to Tatum. Tatum against Clark. Backdoor cut they go. Reverse layup. Good defense by Danae. Taken by Harms and rebounded by the Dogs. Millie, good cross. Steps through. That's got to be something. And she'll be at the line for 2. I said it's got to be something because she got bodied by Libby Hutton. A good change of pace for Millie. I think if you're Millie and Danae and you see one of your better players on the bench in Jasa with those 2 fouls, you say, hey, it's go time. We got to step up on the offensive end and step up on the defensive end as well. Millie at the foul line. Free throw from Millie is good. Millie's had a very good year for head coach Ryan McCarthy. 89% from the line for Millie coming in. She's had 14 double-figure games this season, 6 20 points or more, and she knocks down both. Millie already here in the first quarter. as she's got 5. Dogs trail by 3, 4:05 left here in the opening quarter. It's a very good Boise State team, no doubt about it. Inside they go. They'll kick it out. Millie deflects it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos. Boise State blew out New Mexico on Saturday, 63-35. They're currently in 3rd. You got the Aztecs with 1 loss in conference, followed by UNLV with 2, and Boise State has 3 losses. Boise State only plays UNLV 1 time this year, and that is in the final regular season day when they go to Vegas. Bays, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Diawara went up high to get it. Here comes Danae. Powell with her head up. Good screen that time by Diawara. Danae spins, goes up, got it. Good muscle by Danae Powell. Her first bucket, and the Dogs down 1. 3:35 left here in the opening quarter. Turnover, Boise. Now you look to go. It's a 2-on-2. Danae steps through, goes up, floats it, and that's a blocking foul. And Danae will be at the line for 2. And Hansen just picked up her second. I believe it's on Hansen. We'll wait and see. It is on Hansen. Second personal on Maya Hansen. Hedekuna will check in. Diawara will take a seat. Hansen takes a seat for Boise State as they bring in Kira Thompson. You watch Danae. She's so good. One of the best in the Mountain West. And when she's going downhill, one it in and one did Danae as she misses the first free throw. Danae is a 77% free throw shooter on the season, but in conference play, she's 82%. Chance to tie, and she missed them both. Empty trip for the Dogs. Boise State still has the lead, 14-13. Chavez guarding Tatum, the preseason player of the year. They go inside. Tatum now against the freshman. Turnaround jumper, no. Rebound, India. Clark had a good opening game against Boise State when she played back in January 21st. She had 9 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 steals, did India. Chavez will go to India. Clark's going to get a lot of minutes tonight. Off the glass, got it. Take it all the way to the bucket in India. First lead for the Dogs here in the first quarter, 15-14, under 3 to play, as the Dogs are on a 6-0 run the last minute 10. Right side, it's Harms. They go inside, kick it opposite. Open 3, Bays can't leave her. That's no good. Rebound, Clark. Out to Danae. One-on-one, go to work. Off the bounce, easy money. Oh, Danae missed it as she takes it all the way to the rack. She got the ISO she wanted with Izzy Harms and just missed the bunny. Extra pass, open look, Bays again. That's no good as Danny's getting some open looks. She is 2 of 4 from distance for the 3rd best three-point shooter in the conference in terms of makes. She makes over 2 threes a game, does Danny Bays. Already in double figures with 10. Dogs up 1. Approaching 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter. It's been a fun one to start. It's always fun when Fresno State and Boise get together in any sport. India's going to let a 3 fly. Got it. Clark's coming in ready to go. 5 for India. That's only her 3rd three-point make of the season, and the Dogs lead by 4. Bays backdoor cut. Nicely done between Thompson and Bays has got a dozen. That snaps the 9-0 run, the last 2:15 for the Dogs. Down to 1:35 left. Want to slow down the pace a little bit. Pace was favoring Boise State, no doubt about it. I know Coach Ryan McCarthy wants to run, but the Dogs not as deep. And Boise, that's what they do, man. Here's Chavez, one-on-one. Off the bounce to the bucket, goes up, got it. Bulldogs using their size inside, 20-16 Dogs. 1:15 to play here in the first. First bucket for Chavez, the Florida State transfer. They go on that right block, out to Tatum Thompson, 3-point shot. No good, rebound, and that's grabbed by India. Under a minute to play, Dogs up by 4, 20-16. After Boise State started 9-0 in the first minute 50. There is Danae. Now they go to Chavez. Got isolation if you want it, if you're Mo. They run Ava off a screen. Ava's double team. She'll take it off the bounce all the way to the bucket. Goes up, left hand, and one. Ava Moore got the leverage, finished with the left hand, and she'll be at the line for the 3-point play. Dogs are on a 13-2 run the last 3.5. As you watch this one back, Ava just got the leverage, went up, out-muscled Harms, the freshman, And Ava's at the line for the three-point play. Mar's got 4. She's 2 of 2 from the line here tonight. 69% on the season coming into tonight from the line. That's around the rim, no good. Rebound is on the floor, and it's pulled down by Boise State. Kenna Garza, the freshman from Pocatello, Idaho. Under 30 to play here in the opening quarter. Dogs lead is 6. Good defense by Millie. Ball lost out of bounds. That's a turnover on Boise State. That's their 6th here in this opening quarter. AO is going to get a run, is the freshman. Going to give the freshman Mar a break. So here is Alani Oliver. The 5'9" freshman from Clovis, went to Buchanan a couple of seasons ago. She redshirted last year. Shot clock's turned off. Dogs will get the ball to start in quarter number 2. Millie's got the dribble. Millie's got 5. Game clock down to 5. Now you go to work. Here's Kuna. Back to Millie with 2 seconds, with 1 second. Got to let it fly. Layup. Got it! At the buzzer, Dogs close on a 15-2 run the last 4 minutes, and they lead by 8, 24-16 after 1. You are watching Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. Bulldogs, that's how they close the first quarter. Millie Long with the right-handed finger roll. She had 7 in that opening quarter. Dogs close the first quarter on a 15-2 run the last 4 minutes. Boise State jumped out to a 9-0 run the first minute 50. Dogs have the lead after 1 quarter, 24-16. This game brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Fresno State Athletics. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez running sidelines. Taylor, what you got?
A much different huddle there with Coach McCarthy. He really likes the way his team responded to him calling out their lack of urgency there in the first couple minutes. And he said he's really satisfied with how they're spreading out the ball. It's not just one player doing it. They're all working together on offense right now.
Danae, open three-pointer, knocks it down on the offensive rebound, and the Dogs' lead is 9. And keep in mind they're doing this with Jasa Gamble on the bench, who picked up 2 early fouls. And the Dogs went on a run when she went on the bench. 27-16, Fresno State, 9:20 to play until halftime. Here is Pasco. It's a very good Broncos team, and this young lady's very good. Thompson kicks it out, open three-pointer, knocked down on that right baseline. That's Kira Thompson, the freshman from Washington. Boise State is the second best three-point shooting team in the conference. They shoot as a team 39% from the floor, and that's a foul called on Morgan Maldonado, the freshman from Arkansas, or I should say actually the freshman from Alaska. She's from Anchorage, Alaska. So head coach Ryan McCarthy knows her quite well. Stands 5'9". This staff was at UAA last season in the last 13 years. And Millie Long is back to the line where she is 2 of 2 from the line here tonight. Millie, free throw is good. 8 for Millie. Millie is a 91% free throw shooter in conference play, 89% on the season. Next free throw is up, and it's good. 29-19 Dogs. They lead by 10. A minute gone here in this second quarter. Coach Ryan McCarthy has got a lot of energy tonight on the sideline, more so than even other games we've seen. Thompson, that's a pretty move by the preseason player of the year. Tatum Thompson's got her second field goal. She's got 4. And the lead is 8 for the Dogs. Millie gets a screen from Diawara, and they're going to call illegal again. I don't think that's illegal. Boise State, what's happening is when the guards start to fall trying to fight over it, you're seeing it not just tonight, but you're seeing it around college basketball around the country as you watch this one back. I don't like that call. That's going to be the second foul on Diawara. That if you're a guard playing defense and you just fall trying to fight through a screen, a lot of times you're going to get that illegal screen called. Here's Thompson with the dribble. Gives it to Bays. They'll go inside to Tatum. Fall away. That's her game. Missed it. Rebound Millie. Dogs up 29-21 with 8:20 to play here until halftime. Danae almost walked with it, and she did walk with it. Turnover against Fresno State, their 5th. Bulldogs are shooting 63% from the floor. Boise State shooting 47%. Mara and Diawara will take a seat. Dogs are 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Boise State is 3 of 8 from the three-point line so far here in the first half. With the dribble, it's Maldonado. Turns the corner, left hand, got it. 29-23. Quick little 4-0 spurt for Boise State. Dogs lead is 6. Here is Millie off the bounce. Pro hop, left hand. That's easy money, man. Go to work against the freshman, and you know they know each other a little bit. Maldonado from Anchorage, Alaska, and Millie played at UAA, and you're going to get away from the ball. A foul called on who? I'll wait for the official. They call that on Danae Powell. She got matched up on Thompson. First foul on Danae. That's second team foul on Fresno State. Millie will get a break. Jasa Gamble's going to check in with those 2 fouls for Fresno State. She's got to be careful if you're Jasa. 7:40 left until halftime. Dogs lead is 8. She's got Bays. Bays to the basket. Layup. Missed it. Inside. Ball is loose on the floor, and it's grabbed by Bays. Open three-pointer. Pasco good. Offensive rebound leads to a 3, and the Dogs lead is down to 5, 31-26. Danae behind the back with that dribble. Here is Jasa. Good head fake. Had the open look, didn't want it. Chavez. High arcer. That's no good. Rebound is tipped and grabbed by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a three-pointer back at you by Pasco. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-point game. Second three-point make for the outstanding senior. 31-29. Dogs lead is 2. Danae spins in the paint, goes up, and that's a foul. Garza got her hand in the cookie jar, and Danae will be at the line for 2. Ava will check in. Diawara as well. Kuna and Clark will take a seat. Thompson will get a break. As you watch the move here by Danae. Isolation so tough, spun, and then you just had the freshman reach in and slap her across the arm. So Danae is 0 of 2 from the line here tonight. Back at the line for Fresno State. Second leading scorer for the Dogs is this young lady, the sophomore. Knocks down that first one. Averages 11 points a game in conference play. She's 8th in the Mountain West in scoring. Is Danae averaging over 13 a game. Made them both. Dogs leads 4, 33-29. 6:40 left here until halftime. Maldonado, the play-in point as Hanson's got 2 fouls. Gamble almost stole it. Gamble's got a tough matchup with 2 fouls guarding Bays. They go inside. Good D by Diawara, and that's a travel. And that's called on Emily Howard, the 6'5" redshirt junior from Canada. She's the transfer from Liberty. Dogs rocking the smooth black drip here tonight. Gamble inside to Chavez. Good catch. Goes up. That's good muscle by Mo. And the Dogs lead 35-29. Chavez can score. Coach Ryan McCarthy said we've known about that. We needed her to defend, and she's defending, and that's why she's getting PT, and she has taken advantage, man. She's got 4 tonight to Chavez. Inside they go, working on Gamble. Gamble's got to let her go, missed the shot. That's an offensive rebound, and Danae might have just picked up her second. It is. Danae just picked up her second foul in the box out. With 5:57 to go, you've got 3 key players with 2 fouls for the Dogs. Jace's got 2. She'll take a seat as Millie comes back in. Danae's got 2. You got 2 from Diawara and 2 from Kuna. And the Dogs do not have a deep bench. Pasco off the out of bounds. They'll go out to Bays. Bays had a good first half. Inside layup is good. They left underneath wide open was Emily Howard. Dogs up 35-31. 5:45 to play until halftime. Chavez thought about it. Good action here in this first half. Talk about it. Every time these two teams play, it's always entertaining. Danae with the hezzy, off the bounce to the basket, layup, missed it inside, loose on the floor, diving for it. Danae jumps on it, and you're going to get a jump ball possession. Will go to Boise State. Good effort by everybody on the court. So it'll be Broncos basketball as the Dogs got it to start here in quarter 2. This game, by the way, is brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Fresno State Athletics. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy, and you get a turnover on the out of bounds on the Broncos. So now Fresno State gets the basketball. 35-31, 5:26 remaining here until halftime. That counts as a possession, so it should be Fresno State now has the arrow, and that's what the officials are checking with the scorer's table. Darren Krzyzewski is talking to the scorer's table, and that's what they did, switch the arrow now to Fresno State. And now they're going to chat with Chuck Gonzalez. Boise State had the basketball, so they had the possession, and then they turned it over. Even though the ball wasn't inbounds, it's still going to be Fresno State basketball now with the possession arrow, and that's what they had changed. Mart, open look. Three, no good. Rebound inside. Ball's loose on the floor, and you're going to get a foul called on Chavez. And you just got a player underneath just hit Diawara, and you might get this reviewed. You just had a player underneath, and Izzy Harms got tangled up with Diawara. I don't think Coach Ryan McCarthy saw it. If we watch the replay through, they might want to take a peek at this. As you go all the way through the replay, let this go all the way through. Diawara goes down. Just wait. Just continue to watch. You get Diawara gets tangled up with Izzy Harms. Let it play through. Let it keep going. Let it play through. We'll see what the officials decide to do on that. As we watch it through, there was really nothing. Yeah, Diawara kind of react to something, but you watch it back. Izzy Harms didn't really do anything. It looked worse than it was. And so now we're back to live hoops. 5:15 to play here in the first half. Dogs lead 35-31. Here is Maldonado. They look inside. They'll go opposite to Pasco, who's working against the freshman Mart. This has been an entertaining first half. Good intensity both ways. Powell reaches in. Dene goes for it and stole it. Dene will take it to the basket. Jump stop. Goes up left hand. Got it. Dene coast to coast. She's got 7. Dogs lead is 6. Got to be careful, though. Dene's got 2 personals. Don't want to pick up a third if you're Dene. Here's Bays against Millie. Slip the screen. They go inside. Back out to Bays. Chavez now on her. Danny off the bounce, left hand, missed it, rebound Ava. We will have an interview with Bays and Thompson at the half, by the way. Taylor Martinez was able to talk to them during media days, and it's an entertaining interview, and that's a third foul on Dene as she pushed off. With 4:20 to play here in the first half, your second leading scorer on the season now has 3. As you watch this back, easy call for the official. She uses that off arm. Once you do that, that's going to be called. Timeout on the floor. 4:20 left here in the first half. 37-31 Dogs. It's Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez alongside. Dogs leading 37-31, but they're in all sorts of foul trouble. And there is a turnover. Well, you have head coach Gordy Presnell, who graduated from Northwest Nazarene, same college that head coach Ryan McCarthy for Fresno State went to. And Taylor, you've got more on Coach Gordy Presnell.
Yep, Coach Presnell, he's in his 21st season at Boise State, something you don't see often when you've had a lot of success at a stop. And he said that he just loves the community, he loves the school, he wants to stay there, he wants to finish his career there, and he feels like that has seeped into his culture, that want to create a home at Boise, and he feels like that's why he's been able to retain players through their whole career.
Danny Bays just picked up her first personal, third team foul. Yeah, he has been a winner, man. How about this? 392 wins at Boise with 261 losses. That's a winning percentage of .600. He's 12 wins shy for his career of 800 wins. Marr, good look, knocked it down. Ava Marr having a good first half. She's got 7, and the Dogs' lead is 9. 3:35 to play here until halftime. Bulldogs have Danae Powell with 3 fouls. Jasa Gamble's got 2. Kuna's got 2. Diawara's got 2. The Dogs do not have a deep bench either, with Avery Watkins still out, only 9 available. That shot no good, rebounded by Gamble. You want to finish the last 3:15 if you're Fresno State, and Millie threw it away. Trying to go to India, just airmailed her. 7th turnover against Fresno State. Chavez checks in, and Ava will take a seat. Millie does not have a foul, neither does India or Ava Marr. Chavez does have 1 foul for Fresno State. Bulldogs lead is 9. 3:10 left here in the first half, and what's been an entertaining first half. 2 well-coached teams. They go high post to Howard, backdoor, Bays, easy money. 14 for Danny Bays already. She's 5 of 10 from the floor here in the first half for the outstanding senior. Good in and out, Millie. Good jump stop. Kuna one-on-one Muscles it up with the right hand, missed it. Rebound Tatum, who's back in. Dogs up 7. Got to stop ball all the way to the basket, and what is the call? They're going to say out of bounds on Boise State. And a turnover against the Broncos, their 10th. Well, Boise State is very good. They're top 4 in a lot of statistical categories. The only one they are not in the main ones is scoring defense. They give up 61, which is very good. That's 6th. But turnover margin. They turn it over 15 times a game and only force a shade under 16. So that's something you could take advantage of if you're Fresno State. Here's India, knocked down a 3 already today. Kuna, elbow jumper. Got it. Shooter's bounce, touched every part of the rim. First bucket for Kuna. And the Dogs lead is 9, 2:15 left here in the first half. 42-33 Fresno State. Here is the preseason player of the year. Bays has been special. 3-pointer. That's no good, missed everything. Rebounded by Millie. 2 minutes left here in the first half. Millie threw it out of bounds. Turnover number 8 for Fresno State. Jasa's in the game for the final 156 with 2 fouls. Got to be smart if you're Jasa. Coach Ryan McCarthy's trying to get you to the second half with only 2. Sometimes if you're Jasa, you just got to let them go if they got a layup. And she's got a tough matchup in Bays for, I think, the best defensive player in the conference is Jasa Gamble. And there's a foul on Kuna, her 3rd. Kuna reached around and fouled Emily Howard, so Howard will be at the line for 2. Howard's 8 of 9 on the season. So now Kuna's got 3. Danae's got 3. Dogs have 9 available players here today. Watkins, they hope to get back at some point. She's got her left thumb taped. She hurt that in the Air Force game. Free throw is no good. That's a big loss because Avery had a really good game in the first matchup, 12 points, 10 rebounds for the redshirt junior. Missing her 3rd straight game here today. Next free throw, no good, missed them both. Offensive rebound though, pulled down by Boise State and Lewis. Thompson, mid-range, that's her game, missed it. Rebound Millie. You can push up ahead to Ava. Chavez, let it fly. That's short. Rebound, Diawara. Good offensive rebound. Jess lost it. And you're going to get a jump ball. Possession will go to Fresno State as Jess was going to her strong hand, her left hand. Even though she's a right-handed shooter, her left hand is her strong hand. She's got her left thumb taped up as well. Does Jess. Looking to get it in here, Chavez. Jasa off the bounce. Nice. Be aggressive, Gamble. Dogs up 11, 44-33. Gamble's got 6. Good show by Diawara. Here is Tatum Thompson. Tough shot. No good. Rebound, Millie. Millie is fouled. That stopped the fast break, and Millie, a nice job of turning once she gets the rebound and looking to go. Millie's got 5 rebounds here in this first half. Chavez will take a seat as India Clark checks in. We'll get thoughts of head coach Ryan McCarthy at the half, but man, the intensity he has brought from the opening tip, you can see it. India, short shot. Her shot was blocked. Good block by Howard, who stands 6'5", and here comes Boise State. Good hands by India. And she stepped on the baseline. It'll stay with Boise State with 42.1 left here in the first half. They've held the Broncos scoreless the last 2:18. Dogs have put up 20-plus points in both quarters so far. Outscoring Boise State 24-16 in the first, 20-17 here in the second. Got to stay with Bays. They turn their head. 3-pointer, no. Diawara knocks it out of bounds. It'll be with the Broncos. Well, you got Boise State players falling down when you're trying to fight through the screen. India fortunate not to pick up a foul trying to fight through the screen. AO is going to check in. This has got to be for Jasa Gamble with 38 seconds left, and that's exactly what Coach Ryan McCarthy is doing. Don't want Jasa to pick up a 3rd, so Jasa is going to advance to the second half with just 2 fouls, and that's good coaching by McCarthy to keep her on the floor, but not picking up that third foul. Boise State with the basketball. India pressuring her. Diawara. Now it's Pasco working against Mar. Lost it, stolen away. Diawara. It's a foot race. Diawara to the basket, and she walked with it. Turnover, Fresno State, their 9th. That's tough on Jess. But that's sometimes what you see when you get a big that gets the ball on a fast break and not a guard. So now Boise State can hold for the final shot with 10 seconds left. AO putting a lot of pressure on the guard. Pasco, deep three over Mar. That short rebound, AO. And AO is fouled, and she'll be at the line for 2. They'll get Jada Lewis, the freshman on Boise State. And AO's got free throws the other way as both teams are over the foul limit. Oliver on the season, she's only taken 6 free throws. She's 3 of 6 for the redshirt freshman. So in the first quarter, the Bulldogs closed on a 15-2 run the last 4 minutes. And here in quarter number 2, they've held Boise State without a point the last 2:56. Free throw from AO is good. Dogs from the line here. They're 9 of 12 in the first half. They lead by a dozen, 45-33. Both teams over the foul limit. Don't want to commit a foul here. If you're Fresno State, second free throw no good. Rebounded by Howard. They'll get it to Bays. Bays will bring it up across the timeline. Does not get a shot off. And the Bulldogs hold Boise State scoreless the last 3 minutes of the first half. Fresno State leading a very good Broncos team who is 3rd in conference, 45-33. Taylor is with head coach Ryan McCarthy. Taylor?
Coach, in the first time out of the game, you challenged the urgency that your team was playing with. How did you like their response?
Yeah, they did a much better job in the first 5 minutes of the game. I wanted to pull my hair out, but they did a really good job responding to that.
You have a couple players in foul trouble. How do you manage that against the fast-paced offense Boise State likes to play?
We just have to be more disciplined. Most of our fouls are coming down on the offensive end. We just got to be keeping our feet set, but just play a little more poised offensively.
All right, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Matt.
Dogs lead 45-33. We are at the half. Stay with us. We'll have the first half highlights and the halftime stats. Dogs up a dozen. You are watching Bulldogs basketball on the Mountain West Network and listening to Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. Back to the Save Mart Center. The Dogs leading by a score of 45-33, outscoring Boise State in quarter number 1, 24-16, and quarter number 2, 21-17. Broncos got off to a fast start, 9-0 start in the first minute 50. But it was Fresno State who then went on a 15-2 run the last 4 minutes of the opening quarter and then held Boise State scoreless the last 3 minutes of the second quarter, and they lead by a dozen as you take a look at some of the first half highlights. Millie Long in double figures again for the 15th time this season. She's got 11. Leading scorer in the game and for Boise State is Bays, who has 14 points on 5 of 12 shooting. But it's the Dogs. They put up 45 on Boise in that first half, shooting 53% from the floor. Dogs knocked down 40% from 3, 4 of 10. But foul trouble, as you heard Taylor talk to head coach Ryan McCarthy, that is going to be something to pay attention to. Danae's got 3 personal fouls already in the first half. You also have 2 fouls on Gamble, 2 for Diawara as well. Kuna's got 3 as we take a look at the halftime stats. Bulldogs out shooting Boise State. They've made 16 field goals to 13 for the Broncos, 53% for the Dogs, 42 for Boise State. That bottom number is a big one. They have forced 12 turnovers, which have led to 18 points off of turnovers to just 6 for Boise State, and that is the difference in this game. Bulldogs are +3 in the turnover margin for a team that's top 4 in conference in turnover margin. And the rebounding number, Dogs best rebounding team in the conference. Boise State number 3, Dogs out rebounding the Broncos 19-17 here in the first half. So it's the Bulldogs leading 45-33. Both teams have a player in double figures. And Mars got 7, Danae's got 9, Gamble with 6, 4 for Chavez, 5 for Clark, 2 for Kuna, and 1 for Oliver. For Boise State, 14 for Bays, 6 for Pasco. You've got 4 from Thompson, the preseason player of the year, 2 from Howard, 2 from Maldonado, 2 from Hanson, and 3 from Thompson. That is Kira Thompson. Well, speaking of Thompson and Tatum and Danny Bays, Taylor Martinez was able to chat with both of them, and we will have that coming up for you next. We are at the half. Dogs up 12, 45-33. This is Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield.
To start the season, I got to attend Mountain West Media Days, and I talked to two Bronco seniors, Tatum Thompson and Danny Bays, and here's what they had to say. And you both have been at Boise State your whole career, right? That's pretty rare. So why did you want to stay at Boise State?
I just think for me, being so far from home, I really wanted like a family kind of culture. And freshman year, like the team that I came into, that is really what we had. And I mean, every year it just, was the same thing. But also us four seniors, I think there's definitely been moments when, one's down, and we've all been there. We've all hit the rocks, I would say. And just our way that we've been able to pick each other up and kind of move forward together, I think is really special. And not a lot of people, as you say, have that experience. So I think when you have it, you take a hold of it and hopefully do something special like how we're aiming for this year. But yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was also the people. I think we've just all created such strong relationships, and we've been able to bond for 4 years straight because the four of us have stayed every year. And so I think just having that has built trust and knowing that we can do something great all together.
How would you describe the style of play of this team?
I think we have a lot of energy and a lot of excitement to get, this thing going. And as Tatum said, I really think we're all on the same page. I also think we know how, especially us core, 4 or 5, we know how each other plays and where we want the ball and what we do, what we're successful in. So I feel like we're just on the same page, IQ-wise. And I think that's something that a lot of teams don't have, because you do have transfers and people coming in and out. So I think that is something that will set us apart from other teams this year.
Both of you describe what type of basketball player you are.
I have my most fun coming off pick and rolls and using on-ball screens and handoffs and stuff like that. I would say I'm probably labeled as a shooter, three-pointers and kind of elbow areas my jam. But I think also this year I've been able to kind of find people, especially losing MK, who had so many assists last year, trying to fill that role and getting the ball to Tatum and Natalie and Maya, and seeing them go to work and putting them in places to be successful, I think is another part of my game that I've really tried to grow in the summer. But yeah, that's what I say.
I think my game just comes from playing with Danny, Maya, Natalie, Libby, everybody, just because I think we work so well playing off each other, playing off our pick and rolls, playing off post-ups, kick-outs, and just knowing where each other's going to be is when we play our best, I think.
I agree.
Who are some basketball players that you admired growing up?
Ooh.
I admired Kobe Bryant just because of his work ethic, and so I think, yeah, that's...
I didn't shoot a three-pointer until I was 15 years old. I was always the biggest person on the court, and then I started to everyone else started growing. So my person was Steph Curry, so basic. But Steph Curry, I remember watching him, and I wanted to shoot like him. But yeah.
What are your first memories of basketball, or why did you go start playing basketball?
My first memories. Do you want to go first?
I started playing basketball because my dad and brother would play all the time, and so I was 4, and I played at the YMCA, and my dad coached me, and then we would just go and play in the front yard, my brother and me, with the neighborhood kids, and it was just always fun, so I've always enjoyed it.
We have this thing called netball in Australia. It's basically like basketball, but without the backboard, and you can't dribble and a bunch of other rules. But I literally was at the tryouts for that, and I hated it so much. My mom was a netballer. She wanted me to do it. Was at the tryouts. I didn't even last the whole time. And my PE coach was like, "You should try basketball." And I was like, "Okay, let me have a go," because I was big. And so I played, and I loved it, and I stuck with it. But my earliest memory was running. I hated running. Because I was so big, I would have to do sprinting and stuff. Oh, heck. I hated it. I hated running, and I used to run to the bathroom, and I would cry, and my mom would find me there, and I'm like, I can't do it. I hate it.
I'm done.
I'm so done. Nothing's really changed, but like now I just do it.
Leads by a dozen. As we welcome you courtside. Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez running sidelines. That was an entertaining interview. You got to see the personalities of Danny Bays for Boise State and Tatum Thompson. That was taken preseason in Vegas, part of Media Days. And there are two outstanding players. Tatum Thompson, preseason player of the year, and Danny Bays is having the best game out of anyone in the gym right now. 14 points as she has in that first half. Now, the big quarter for the Dogs. This was the difference maker in the first matchup between these two. Dogs had a halftime lead over Boise in Boise by 2. Boise State outscored the Dogs 22-13. Right now, Dogs lead 45-33 as we get set for the second half. I said coming into this game, I felt like you were going to have to score all game long with the Broncos if you're Fresno State. They put up 45 in the first half. We'll see what happens here in the second half. Chavez is getting the start in the second half for the Dogs because Danae's got 3 fouls. It's Chavez, Millie, Jasa, Ava, and Jess for Fresno State, rocking the black unis as we switch sides. And back in is Maya Hansen with those 2 personal fouls. She sat most of that first half, their starting point guard, as we begin play here in the second half. Look for Thompson to be aggressive to start. And that's a foul on Jasa, her 3rd. So they've got Jasa with 3, Powell with 3, Kuna with 3. Dogs are in a ton of foul trouble. And the preseason player of the year is at the line for 2. 74% on the season is the outstanding senior. Originally from Washington. We highlighted as she knocks down the free throw the 4 outstanding seniors who came in together as freshmen and stayed at one program, which is unheard of nowadays. And that's one of the reasons they are so good and they're so experienced. And an offensive rebound for Boise State as the Dogs can't corral the defensive rebound. Experience matters, and you can see that the Broncos not only have experience, but they have chemistry together. Thompson off the miss and 1. Tatum's going to try to start to take over. Well, the preseason player of the year. She's got 7. And the Bulldogs are in all kinds of foul trouble, and already the second team foul. And it's called on Diawara, her 3rd. And that was all set up on the offensive rebound that the Dogs could not get. Free throw from Thompson is good, and so that's a 4-point trip for Boise State. And the Dogs were just up a dozen. It's now down to 8, and 18 seconds gone here in this third quarter. Full court pressure here from Boise State. So you got Jasa with 3. Danae's on the bench with 3. Kuna's got 3, and now Diawara's got 3. Bulldogs playing without Avery. Millie to the basket, missed it. Rebound inside is Hansen. It's a very good Boise State team. They've won 9 in a row. Bulldogs playing good basketball. They've won 2 in a row. It's a good matchup here on a Wednesday night. Pascal looking for Thompson. They're just going to try to get it to her. Matched up, goes up, missed it, got her own miss. Layup is good, and Thompson's taken over. She's in double figures with 10, and it's 45-39. Dogs are up 6. India to the basket. Layup is good, and there's the first field goal for Fresno State here in this third quarter as they push the lead to 8. Thompson working against India. Backdoor cut, Bays on Jason. There's 4. Gamble has picked up her 4th personal foul in this one with 8:51 to play. Jasa, maybe the best defensive player in the conference, but she has been in foul trouble. Picked up 2 early ones in that first half. There were ones you just don't want to see. And you see Coach Ryan McCarthy is not happy with his senior because he feels probably the 4 fouls shouldn't have happened as Bays misses it off the back of the rim. She's 2 of 3 from the line here tonight. 82% free throw shooter. That's a big loss for the Dogs. Next one, made it. Dogs lead is 7, but Danae Powell is back in with 3 fouls. Danae's got to be careful. India into the front court, leaves it for Millie. Millie, step through, layup, missed the bunny, rebound, loose. Millie got it. She just stole it away. Danae thought about the 3. Millie gets a look, nailed it. Millie Long's got 14. Second triple tonight for Millie. Dogs up 10, 8:25 to play in the third. Bays working against India. India's giving him some really good minutes. Thompson going to work on that left block. Good double by Mar. Hansen, three-pointer. No. Rebound, Clark. Good muscle by India, and then she threw it out of bounds. She's saying, hey, I got hit on the arm. And Coach Ryan McCarthy wants AO into the game. He's very upset with what's going on for the team. And they're going to take Ava Mar out. They'll say it was deflected, and that's why Fresno State has the basketball. But Coach Ryan McCarthy, you want to talk about bringing the energy and bringing the juice. He has had high intensity. Millie to the basket. High arcer, no. Rebound. Millie got the offensive rebound. Turns around. Everybody didn't realize that she had the ball. Missed the short shot. Bays has been special. Pasco, three. Short. Rebound. Offensive rebound for Boise State. Quickly inside. There's a fourth foul on Diawara. And all of a sudden, the Dogs have had 4 team fouls here in this third quarter. Diawara just shoved her in the back right in front of the official. So now Jess will take a seat, and Kuna's got to be careful. Gamble and Diawara have 4, and we've got 7:41 to play in the third. That's a kick by Millie, the former soccer player. Dogs up 10, 7:41 to play here in the third. This Boise State team's only got 3 losses in conference. They're 10-3 coming in. Dogs are 6-8 off the out of bounds. Layup is good. Good pass to Libby Hutton, and for Hutton, that's her first field goal. She had 25 and 9 in the first matchup. She's got her first 2 points here tonight. AO's going to get a long run tonight, man. Will the redshirt freshman? Good catch inside. No, Kuna couldn't. And you're going to get, there's a player down on the floor underneath the basket. I didn't see what happened. And I believe it's Maya Hansen. She's holding her jaw. You're going to get Morgan Maldonado is going to check in for Hansen. We'll take the timeout on the floor. 7:22 to play here in the third. The officials are going to take a look at this. We will take a look at it when we come back. Fresno State 50, Boise State 42. This is Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. So this is away from the play as we come back. It's on Kuna. You got Kuna trying to get post position against Maya Hansen, and Hansen kind of takes a hit to the face. We have to watch that one again and see if there's anything flagrant. The officials are taking a look at this. Gives us a chance to let you know this game's brought to you by Save Mart, the official grocer of Fresno State Athletics. Fresh, local, and Valley proud, Valley loud. That's Save Mart.
The contact was considered incidental. There is no flagrant criteria to fit the play. Be Boise State's ball, resuming play.
So you heard it from the official. I'm at Norval. Taylor Martinez running sidelines. India Clark played very good in the first matchup. She's playing good again here tonight. What do you think, Taylor?
When I was talking to the coaching staff, they said, you know, they recruited her for her skills, but something that was an added bonus was she's become a glue player for them, a culture kid, someone who brings leadership. And in that huddle right now, she was coaching AO through that huddle, a freshman that's going to have to play a lot of minutes here.
Yes, she will. Dogs in a ton of foul trouble. Thompson's got the mismatch if she wants it. Danae's got 3 and cannot afford a fourth. Thompson turn around, missed it, rebound, loose. AO grabbed it and got it back. And here comes Danae. Now they get it to Millie. Millie's had a very good game. 14 points for Millie. Danae's got 9, looking to be the second player in double figures. Off the bounce, spins, goes up, and she is fouled, and that's a good attack. Attack the freshman, does the sophomore, and that's going to put Danae at the line for 2. It's kind of piggyback on Taylor's point about India Clark. We also love when we hear that a young lady wants to get into broadcasting. So that just adds more fun to it as well. India Clark talking about that she thinks she might want to do that when her days of playing ball are done. So here is Danae at the line. Powell's 2 of 4 from the line today. Free throws no good. Bulldogs as a team are 9 of 14. Fresno State coming in. They were 6th in conference at 73% from the line. Danae was top 5 in the conference at the foul line in conference play coming in. Knocks down the free throw. Dogs leads 9, 51-42. Powell's in double figures for the 15th time this season. She's got 10. Here's Danny Bays. Two-man action. They go to Tatum. Tough shot. Got it. That's the preseason POY for a reason. She's got a dozen. Slowly trying to take over this game and will her team back. Dogs up 51-44. Powell. Here's India. Dribble handoff to AO. It's going to launch a tough three. No good. Rebound, and that's grabbed inside by Pasco. Here is the freshman with the ball in Maldonado. Thompson wants it. They'll lob it in. Kuna deflected it right to Dene. That's a turnover, number 13 against Boise State. Bulldogs points off of turnovers, 18-6 here today. India, open look from three. That's an air ball, weak side rebound. AO got fouled as she got the offensive rebound. And who do they call that on? They call that on Bays. That's her second personal. AO crashing the offensive glass. Mo Chavez will check in. AO will take a seat. Good minutes for Oliver. Couldn't see it on the replay. Bays didn't think there was a foul, but it was called by the official. Second team foul on the Broncos here in this third quarter. Dogs up 7. They led by 12 at the half. Dene inside two-man. Kuna missed it. Chavez, good board, goes up, and she is fouled, and Mo will be at the line for 2. That's the 8th offensive rebound tonight for Fresno State. That was on Hutton. Third team foul. Second foul on Hutton, the sophomore from Australia. So here's a young lady from Mexico. Chavez free throw is no good. Mo, that's her first free throw attempt here tonight. She's got 4 for the Florida State transfer. She's 67% from the line coming in. Free throws, no good. Bulldogs leaving a lot to be desired at the line in a tight game. And it's Boise State basketball. In games like this, you got to make your free throws. You look at head coach Ryan McCarthy sitting next to his wife, Jenna McCarthy, who was a very good player at Florida Gulf Coast. Just one of the bright young minds in college basketball around the country. Freshman got all the way to the bucket, just missed the bunny. Rebound, India ripped it away. Just out-muscled the freshman, and here comes Dene. India, pull up from the mid-range, missed it. Rebound inside is grabbed by Boise State. That was Hutton, the sophomore, pulled it down. Hutton's a good player, man. They've done a good job on her here tonight. Bays working against Chavez. She moved her feet. Extra pass, can't leave Pasco. Three's good. She will knock that down every day. She is the best three-point shooter in the conference in terms of makes. She's got 9 tonight, and she's 3 of 6 from downtown. Lead is 4. Here's Dene. Off the bounce to the bucket. Left hand, missed it inside. Kuna can't get the rebound. There's a reason. Foul from behind on Maldonado. That's the 4th team foul, so no free throws yet. And a timeout on the floor. 4:34 left. The Dogs' lead was 12. It's down to 4, 51-47. This is Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. Dogs up by 4 with 4:34 left here in the third, 51-47. Dogs have scored just 6 points this quarter. Boise State outscoring them 14-6. This game is brought to you by Crow and Wolf here from Fresno State basketball coaches and players live during the Bulldog Basketball Hour at Crow and Wolf Brewing Company in Clovis. And our final show of the season will be taking place on February 26th from 6:30 until 7:30 on that Thursday. It's Fresno State basketball. Bulldogs in a ton of foul trouble here tonight. Gamble and Diawara on the bench with 4. Powell's on the floor with 3. Millie missed the short shot. Rebound, Boise State. Chance to get even closer after the Dogs led by 12 at the half. Pasco has already made 3 threes in this one. They go inside. Tatum out to Hutton, working against Kuna. Turnaround blocked and rebounded by Millie. Millie just pulled down her 8th rebound. She's got 14 and 8 here today. I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez on the sidelines. We'll go to Taylor here on the next dead ball. As you got Dene with the hezzy. Ava. They work it around. Here's Millie if she wants it. Working against the preseason player of the year. Out to Dene. Good look from 3. Got it. Dene Powell's got 13. That's her second triple. She's their best three-point shooter. 41% coming in was Danae Powell. And the Dogs back up 7, 3:35 to play in the third quarter. And that's an illegal screen or a foul on Fresno State. They call a foul, I believe, on Chavez. Thompson had a layup. Wait and see who they call that on. Yeah, they call that on Mo Chavez. That's her second. 5th team foul, so Pasco is going to be at the line for 2. We go to Taylor. You were in that last huddle, Taylor. What's he talking about?
Yeah, Matt, he's just really not happy with the defense. He said they need to stop worrying about the offense. Defense will turn into offense, but he wants them to just sit down and guard right now.
Well, they've given up 14 points this quarter. Pasco's free throw is no good. She's a 76% free throw shooter. Boise State tonight, 5 of 10 from the line. That's 50%. For a team that comes in 77%. Splits a pair. Dogs lead is 6. They led by a dozen at the half. Under 3.5 left here in this third quarter. Danae, open 3, lets it go. Got it. They're going under the screen. Make them pay. She's got 16. Dogs up 57-48. Danae and Millie have shown up tonight. Here's Pasco off the bounce, and you're going to get a hand check, and Pasco's going back to the line. Fresno State has committed a lot of fouls tonight. Mar, that's her first personal. If you're just turning this on, Bulldogs only have 9 available players. Avery Watkins missing her 3rd straight game. Everybody else for Fresno State is out for the season. And Kuna's playing with heavily bandaged finger. Pasco's free throw is good. She's got 11, 3rd player in double figures for Boise State. Bays leads with 15, followed by Thompson with the dozen and Pasco with 11. Made them both. Boise State had 3 players coming in averaging double figures, and all 3 of those players are in double figures. Powell down the sideline to A.O., back to Danae, to the basket, almost traveled, and they'll reset. Bulldogs are up 7, under 3 to play here in the third. Danae off the bounce to the bucket, goes up in traffic, and she is fouled, and Danae will be at the line for 2. You got mismatch central when Danae's got the basketball. Boise State's not sure how they want to guard Powell, and Coach McCarthy's basically just going ISO with Millie on the bench, and that is a mismatch problem because she can score in all 3 levels. So Danae will be at the line for 2. What's interesting about Danae, when you talk to head coach Ryan McCarthy, he said she's probably their most well-rounded player because of that a point we talked about. She can go inside, hit the mid-range, and knock down the 3. So she is a very tough guard, and she likes going to the basket. That's her favorite thing to do. It's something she's really worked on her sophomore season. Coming into this year was the 3-point shot, and you've got Pasco. I'm not sure if it's a contact issue. She's over looking at the trainer. Danae has 17 here today. Dogs lead 58-50 with 2:50 to play here in the third, and I think it is a contact that they're looking at on the senior. It's a very good senior class, man, for head coach Gordy Fresno. Bays, Hansen, Pasco, and Thompson. Seems like just yesterday I was calling their games when they were freshmen and talking about just how good they were as freshmen, and now they're seniors. This young lady is going to be fun to watch the next couple as well. Danae knocks them both down. She's got 18 here in this one. Millie's going to check in. Danae's going to take a seat with those 3 fouls. Coach Ryan McCarthy really trying to manage a couple of players in foul trouble. Hansen across the timeline, guarded by A.O. Dogs a lead by 9. 2:40 to play in the third. Backdoor Thompson layup, missed it. Rebound inside, goes out of bounds off of who? And it went off of Fresno State. It'll be Boise State basketball. Danae's career high is 22. She got that last year at Utah State. She's got 18 here today. Oh, bodies just collided everywhere. Hopefully everyone's all right. Here's Harms off, working on Mar. Down to 2.5 remaining here in the third. Thompson, pull up, no. Rebound, Thompson, follow, good. Tatum's got 14 here tonight for the POI preseason. Just willing her team back in this one. Dogs lead is 7, but another offensive putback for Boise State here tonight. Second chance points, 14-11 Broncos. Here's Millie. She'll let a three go. That's short. That's an air ball. And it'll be Broncos basketball with 2:02 left. Might have to bring another player in for Fresno State. They're going to bring in Mo and give India a break. They're trying to keep Danae on the bench with those 3 fouls. We'll see how long Coach McCarthy wants to keep Danae on the bench. She's having a really good game because you're going to need her scoring, but you don't want her to pick up a foul. She'll check in on the next dead ball. Turn and face by Hutton. Off the bounce. Good help by Marr. Shot put up. Rebounded by Chavez. Mo will get it to Millie. Dogs getting out rebounded 30-29 here tonight. Down to 90 seconds remaining in the third. Boise State's outscored Fresno State 19-14. Dribble handoff to A.O. Back to Mo. Shot clock's under 10. Now you got Millie's got to go with the shot clock at 5. Millie off the bounce, lost it, throws up a wild shot. Caught the rim, though. Tipped around and goes to Maya Hansen. Down to 1:05 to play here in the third quarter. Dogs will get the basketball to start in the fourth, leading by 7. Thompson against the freshman, turnaround, missed it, rebound Chavez. Here comes Millie. Good cutoff by Tatum. Now Millie spins away, goes into traffic, kicks out Ava, faked the 3. Now Millie, open look. No, weak side rebound is pulled down by Hansen. Under 40 seconds to play here in the third. 59-52 Fresno State. Bays. This is Thompson. They'll lob it inside. Turn around. Got it and one, and that's not a good foul by Chavez. Mo walked right into her, and that's the third foul on Chavez. And that's a big swing of things. That makes it 59-54, and that's going to put Hutton at the line for the three-point play, and that's no need, and Mo's going to take a seat. India and Danae check in. A.O. and Mo will take a seat. So now you got Chavez with 3, Kuna with 3, Powell with 3, Gamble with 4, and Diawara with 4. Dogs have been outscored 21-14 this quarter. You got to box out if you're Fresno State. Free throw, good. So the lead is down to 59-54. You can hold for the final shot. If you're Fresno State, you'll get the ball to start in quarter number 4. Ava will hand it to Danae. They go back to Ava. You want to hold for the final. That's what head coach Ryan McCarthy says. Bulldogs haven't scored in almost 2.5. India, open 3, lets it fly. No good. Rebound inside is grabbed by Boise State. And this quarter's in the books. The Broncos outscore the Dogs 22-14 here in the third quarter. And the Dogs' lead is down to 5 as we head to the fourth. This is Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. We welcome you back to the Save Mart Center. This game is brought to you by Golden Eagle Charter. We're looking for a motor coach or executive transportation. Trust Golden Eagle Charter, proud partner of Fresno State Athletics. Dogs lead is down to 5 after they led by 12, outscored 22-14 in that third quarter. Let's take a real quick look at the Bud Light scoreboard brought to you by Bud Light, proud sponsor of Fresno State Athletics. Easy to drink and easy to enjoy. Wyoming leads UNLV in Vegas with 6 minutes to play in the fourth by 12, 70-58. Nevada leads Air Force by 18 in Reno, 59-41 that game in the fourth. New Mexico squeaked by San Jose State at the pit, 66-61. And it was the Aztecs by 3 over Colorado State in San Diego, 64-61. As we get set for the start of the fourth quarter, I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez is alongside. It'll be Fresno State basketball.
During the intermission, it was confirmed that the basket was made to make it 54, and then it was a made free throw that made it 55. The score is being updated. The current score will be 55-59.
So the Dogs are actually outscored by a 23-14 in that quarter. And their 12-point lead is now down as we wait and see the actual score. Actually, it's 22-14, and it's 59-55 is the correct score. And I guess in the arena they had 59-54. We had 59-55 the whole time. And we're ready to go here to start the fourth quarter. Danae on the floor with Millie, India, Ava, and Kuna. Jasa with 4 and Diawara with 4. They start the fourth on the bench. Bulldogs got to continue to keep scoring. As Boise State shows zone for the first time, it looks like a zone. Millie out to Ava. You got Millie open. Ava's going to take it off the bounce. Turn around off 1 foot. Got it. Ava Marr, tough shot. She's got 9, and it's 61-55. That was a helping defense man that almost looked like a zone on that opening possession. We'll go to Taylor on the next dead ball. Here is a Tatum Thompson working against India. They'll kick it out. Off the bounce. Inside pass. Short shot is made. Good find inside to Liddy Hutton. 61-57 Fresno State. 9:05 to play here in this one. Ava's giving them good minutes. Dogs have 2 players in double figures. Danae's got 18. Millie's got 14. And then Ava's knocking on the door. Good extra pass. Danae thought about it. Good rotation by Hutton. Now it's off the bounce. Danae lost it. Got it back. Tough shot by Danae. Got it. She's got 20. Does Danae Powell. Second time this season she's had 20. 2 shy of her career high, and India might have taken the worst of it. She picks up her first personal, trying to guard Thompson. We quickly go to Taylor Martinez. Taylor?
Yeah, in that huddle, Coach McCarthy frustrated with third quarter. That's kind of been their Achilles heel all year. But he said, hey, we have a lead going into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is ours. We got to get this win at home.
Yeah, we'll touch base on that, actually, what he's talking about. Here is Hanson on that left wing inside. They go to Thompson, to Hutton. Kuna giving her a lot of room. Shot clock's under 5. Here is Hanson. Millie rotates. Shot clock at 1. Tough shot and a foul called on Millie. Did not need to for the senior, and that's her first, and that puts Hanson at the line. Coach Ryan McCarthy mouthed the words, why? And that will put Hanson at the line. But that third quarter that he was talking about, Dogs have been outscored in conference play by 56 points in the third quarter, and they were outscored by 8 again in that third quarter. Free throw is good by Hanson. Dogs lead is 5, 63-58. Hanson knocks them both down. She's got 4. Dogs are up by 4. Millie beats everyone down the floor. Floater in the paint. Around the rim. Got it. Touched every part of the rim. She's got 16, does Millie. Got to stay aggressive. India almost stole it. Knocked it away. Thompson thought she got hit. Looked at the official. One good thing about staying in conference and staying on the team for 4 years, you get to know the officials. So Chuck Gonzalez knows all about Tatum Thompson. They know each other quite well. Working against Kuna to the basket. Layup, no. Millie just pulled down her 9th rebound. Millie up ahead, dangerous pass. Good catch, India. What a play! Put a star by that play. Dogs lead 67-59. Timeout, Boise State. Full court pass, the length of the floor. India finishes. What a play. We take the break. 7:37 to play in the fourth. Look at Millie playing quarterback. There's the wide out. Dogs up 8. It's Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield. 7:37 to play in the fourth. Dogs lead 67-59, trying to pull off the upset on the third-place team in conference, who's won 9 in a row and 10 of their last 11. This game brought to you by Varsity Network app on the go. And you want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country, download the free Varsity Network app. Available on Apple and Android with new features this season. It's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. What a play. The excitement in the huddle, Taylor, had to be something as the Dogs lead by 8.
Yeah, that was a very exciting huddle, and they just wanted to preach on that communication on defense. You touched on it earlier, but that's the focus going forward.
Yeah, you got to communicate. And that goes out of bounds. It'll be Boise State basketball. As much as the Dogs are switching, showing, and as much ball movement that Boise State does, communication on defense is probably more important today than it's been all year. Trying to get it in. Here is the POY. Thompson. What a move. That's just too tough. She's got 16. Trying to take over. 7 of 17 from the floor on the night. Dogs lead is 6. Ava spins out of trouble. 3 minutes gone here in this fourth. Jasa still on the bench with 4. And Diawara is going to check in on the next dead ball, and she's got 4. Shot clock's under 10. Danae just dribbling in a circle. Step through goes up, and that's just ripped and stolen. Good defense by Lewis. They got numbers. They'll throw it up ahead. Good defense by Ava Marr on the transition defense. Dogs have kept Boise State without a fast break point tonight. Thompson kicks it out. Three-point shot. No good. Rebound. India goes up, and Marr will come down with it.
Over the back.
Danae will go to Ava. 6:20 left here in the fourth. Dogs lead 67-61. Got to continue to score if you're Fresno State. Ava off the bounce, and she is fouled. Good job by Marr. We'll see who they call that one on, and I believe they called that on Hutton. It is on Libby Hutton. That's going to be the first team foul against Boise State here in this fourth quarter. Fourth foul on Hutton as Jasa Gamble checks in. As you watch Ava on the switch, goes right into Hutton. So Hutton will take a seat, and Kenna Garza, the freshman, checks back in. So you got Gamble and Diawara on the floor with 4. Jasa's had to sit because she's picked up all those fouls. Chavez in the paint. Step through, goes up. Missed it inside. Diawara, good rebound. Left-hand layup's good. Jess comes in and gets an offensive putback. 69-61, first points of the night for Diawara. Under 6 to play here in the fourth. This would be the best win of the season for Fresno State, no doubt about it, if they can hold on. Pasco off the bounce, spins on Jasa. Step through, left hand, tough. She's got 14. That's a big-time move, man, by the senior. From Danville, California, all Mountain West back in the 23-24 season. Dogs up 6, approaching 5.5 to play here in the fourth. And Millie with the basketball. They run Danae off a screen. Now need help. They go to Chavez. The shot clock under 10. Mo. Step through, goes up, and Mo is fouled. Put her in the spin cycle. And Mo will be at the line for 2. Now, we talked about Chavez in our preseason. We said, hey, you know what? She's coming in, the transfer from Florida State. She can score the basketball. Coach McCarthy said, hey, we need her to show she can defend. And then she has shown that, and she's gotten more of a run. She scored in double figures the last 2 games for the Dogs off the bench. Knocks down the free throw. She's got 5 here tonight. Dogs lead is 6. 5:19 to play here in the fourth. Made them both. Score now says 71-63 Dogs. 5:15 left here in the fourth. Hanson. Now Gamble on the switch. Quick trigger by Pasco. That three's no good. Rebound Millie. Now he can go. Millie up ahead to Jasa. Leaves it to the trailer, and they'll reset. Danae's got 20. She's 2 shy of her career high. Second time she scored 20 this season for Miss Powell. Under 5 left in this one. Dogs lead is 8. Here's Jasa to Danae. Three-pointer baseline short. Rebound, good board inside by Kenna Garza for Boise State. That was a good look from Danae. First missed 3 of the night for Danae. She's 3 of 4 from downtown. Thompson dribble handoff to Pasco. Can't leave her. Three-pointer, that's short. Rebound. Grabbed by Thompson. Bodies hit the floor. Here's Tatum Thompson 3. That's no good off the back of the rim. That goes over the top of the backboard. And it'll be Fresno State basketball. 4:18 left in this one. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining apiece. Both teams have a challenge remaining as well. Dogs lead is 8. They led by a dozen at half. They've outscored Boise State here in the fourth, 12-8. Diawara wants to attack. Left hand, missed it. Rebound. Jess will grab her own miss. Under 4 to play here in this fourth quarter. Dogs lead is 8. Millie off the bounce. Left hand, and she was fouled. A body called on Garza, and Millie will be at the line for 2, where she's 4 of 4 tonight. It's been the 2-guard show for Fresno State, and Danae and Millie combined 36 points tonight between the 2 outstanding guards. Millie is the grad student, the transfer from UAA. And Danae is the sophomore. Millie 5 of 5 from the line. She's got 17. You can just see the confidence growing with Millie every single game she's played this season. A double-double for Millie, 17 and 10 here tonight as she knocks down that free throw. That's the most rebounds she's had in a Bulldog uniform. That's the most rebounds she's had, period, in her career, has Millie. Dogs up 10, 3:48 left here in this fourth quarter. Boise State led 9-0 in the first minute 50, and the Bulldogs have come back. That goes out of bounds. It'll be Fresno State basketball. And we're going to get a substitution. Diawara checks in for Kuna. Offense, defense substitutions. Full court pressure here from Boise. 3:35 left in the fourth. Dogs up 10. Diawara into the front court. They'll get it back to Jasa as they break the pressure. Got Millie, Danae, Jasa, Jess, and Mo, the 5 on the floor for the Dogs. Here is Jasa. Just dropped it. Got it back, though. Shot clock's under 10. Jess, one-on-one. Goes up, and that's a travel. Turnover against the Dogs. That's their 12th. But here in the second half, that's only their second turnover. Bulldogs have held Boise State without a point for the last 2:36. Offense, defense substitutions. Kuna in, Jess out. Hansen working against Millie. They'll go inside. Layup, no good. Rebound, Danae. That's the first rebound tonight for Danae. You can hold the ball now. Don't need to force it with under 3 to play in the fourth, and the Dogs are going to run some clock. 73-63, Fresno State. Looking for their third win in a row. They'll have Utah State on Sunday in Logan. Shot clock's under 10. Now you go. They'll go to Danae, who's been special here in the second half. Shot clock at 2. Danae's got to force it. That's an air ball and a shot clock violation. And Coach Ryan McCarthy just yelled, "That's not what we want," with 2:29 to play here in the fourth. I'll tell you what, coaches can bring energy. Both these coaches coach so hard. Gordy Presnell for Boise and Ryan McCarthy for Fresno State. You see him, he is so upset. They're up 10 with 2:29 to play here in the fourth. I asked him the other day, I said, "Hey, if someone described you as a psycho coaching, is that a compliment, positive or negative?" And he said, "Well, that's realistic." He said he is like that on the bench, and you're going to get a foul called on Mo. She just picked up her fourth, third team foul. 2:19 left here in the fourth. See, Coach Gordy Presnell is where it must be something about those Northwest Nazarene guys that coach hard, have a lot of intensity, and they know the game of basketball. Mo takes a seat. Here's Hansen, fake the give. Millie, that went off her knee and out of bounds. It'll be Fresno State basketball. Turnover number 14. Good defense from Millie. 73-63, 2:15 left here in the fourth. Jess will check in for Kuna. The Dogs win tonight. We'll be chatting with Danae Powell after this game. Danae has been very good. I think they're going to review this one, and that's what head coach Gordy Presnell said. He just signaled, "Hey, we want to review that." You get a one challenge, and this is a good challenge by head coach Gordy Presnell, because even if it's not your ball, it's only going to be down to 2 timeouts, as the officiating crew is going to explain it.
The previous under bounds is under review.
So Boise State is appealing the out-of-bounds call, but the ruling on the floor is that it's Fresno State basketball. So if head coach Gordy Presnell is correct, Boise State will keep the timeout. If not, they'll lose the timeout and fall to 2 timeouts remaining. Gives us a chance to let you know this game is brought to you by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Looks pretty clear that Millie hit it off of the knee of Maya Hansen. Live at least, but when you slow it down, does it catch Millie's hand going out of bounds? And that's what they're taking a peek at. This is our best camera angle. Keep in mind the officiating crew at the scores table, they've got more cameras available than we have to show you. Again, thanks for watching on the Mountain West Network and listening to us on iHeartRadio. And I think that's clear that it's off of Maya Hansen, and that'll be a turnover and a lost timeout for Boise State. Last time the Broncos have lost a game, it was January 3rd. It was the start of the new year. and that was at home against Grand Canyon by 20, 87-67. Since then, they've rattled off 9 in a row. They're all alone in third as we get the call here.
Following the review, the ball was last batted and touched off Boise State's player's leg. The ball then went out of bounds without being further touched. It is Fresno State's ball. Boise State head coach will be charged. A 30-second timeout.
So the Broncos down to 2 timeouts remaining. Dogs up 10 with 2:15 left. Both teams have a foul to give here in this fourth quarter. As Jasa will inbound, she can't run, and she'll get it to Powell. Danae's had 20 in this game. She has been special, has Danae. 11 here in the second half. Tatum has had a dozen in the second half for Boise State. Jasa working on Thompson, and you're going to get a foul called on Tatum Thompson. That's her first personal, 4th team foul. 2 minutes left here in this fourth quarter. Well, with UNLV in trouble against Wyoming and Boise State in trouble here, see, that helps San Diego State as they have just 1 loss, and they're inching closer to a regular season title for the Aztecs. Bulldogs trying to pick up their 3rd win in a row. Up 10 with under 2 to play. Shot clock's at 10. Here's Danae. Pull up, foul line. In and out, no good. Rebounded inside by Pasco. Actually by Bays. Bays up ahead. Here's Howard. Layup, no. Rebound, India. Clark's got 7 boards off the bench. India's been very good when the Dogs have needed her. With everyone in foul trouble for Fresno State as we're down to the final 90 seconds. Dogs up 10. You just run the clock if you're Fresno State. 2-man game, double high screen for Millie. Danae's got to come get the ball. Danae with the hezzy, good pass. Pocket pass to Diawara, her shot was blocked. Fall away by Gamble, that's no good. Shot clock violation on Fresno State, but you'll take it. 1:04 left here in the fourth. Dogs up 10. Kuna checks in. Jess will take a seat. You look at head coach Ryan McCarthy, I'm telling you folks, he's going to win here. And this will be his biggest win he's had as head coach of Fresno State. And the Dogs starting to play better, getting closer to March, which is what you want. They will be a tough out come Vegas, no doubt about it. Pasco 3 is good. 53 seconds left. Timeout taken by Boise State. And the Broncos still have time. Lead down to 7. If you're Fresno State, you don't turn the basketball over and you knock down your free throws, you'll win this one. Fresno State might burn a timeout just to advance the ball in the front court, but the timeout was called by Boise State. Brought to you by Table Mountain Casino Resort. Welcome to the table. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Matt Norville. Taylor Martinez has been alongside. What a fun game here tonight. Bulldogs have 2 players in double figures. Powell with 20, Long with 18. Boise State has 3 players in double figures. Pascal has 17, 16 from Thompson, and 15 from Danny Bays. .1 left. Now Fresno State's going to burn a timeout to advance the ball into the front court. That's exactly what you got to do if you're head coach Ryan McCarthy. No need to even mess with the full court pressure. So Boise State will be down to 1 timeout. Bulldogs down to 2 timeouts. This game also brought to you by Sierra Pacific Orthopedic, proud to be the official team physicians of Fresno State Athletics. If the Dogs hang on and win, Taylor Martinez will be chatting with a player of the game, which will be brought to you by Table Mountain Casino Resort. Right now, it's Danae Powell, man. 20 points, 6 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 4 from 3. Second 20-point game this season for Danae. Had 20 earlier at home against San Jose State. Her career high is 22. She got that in Logan last season, back on February 8th. Something about February for Danae. Millie to inbound for Fresno State. They'll get it into Danae. And now you just hold the ball. See if Boise wants to foul. Dogs are content with letting the clock run. Millie Gets a second defender, needs some help, and you're going to get a timeout taken by head coach Ryan McCarthy with 38.6 left, 16 on the shot clock, and the Dogs will be down to 1 timeout remaining. 30-second timeout for Fresno State. Everybody that has played for the Dogs tonight that dressed, they have all scored. 9 players available, 9 players have scored. For Boise State, it's their usual suspects, Pasco, Thompson, and Bays. Thompson's 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He's got 16 and 9 here today to go along with 4 assists for the preseason player of the year. Dogs have outscored Boise State here in the fourth, 14-11. You heard Taylor talk about it at the huddle. Coach Ryan McCarthy talked about they've had their struggles in the third quarter, but he said, hey, the fourth quarter is our quarter. .38 left here in the fourth. Millie to inbound it. Pass deflected out of bounds, and they'll redo it. Bulldogs' next 2 games, you got Utah State on Sunday on the road, and then they have their bye week where they don't play on a week from today, and they'll play in San Diego a week from Saturday. Bodies hit the floor, and that is called on who? That's an offensive foul on Kuna. And that's the last thing you needed. And Boise State's going to advance the ball into the front court, and Kuna just picked up her 4th. That's the 4th team foul, and Coach Ryan McCarthy is very unhappy with that call. And we'll watch the replay back on that as they're trying to inbound the basketball. I didn't see what happened. I saw Jasa go down, I saw Kuna go down, and I saw a Boise State player go down, and they called a foul on Kuna. Bulldogs haven't scored in the last 3 minutes, and they've turned it over 4 times in the last 3 minutes, but the flip side, they've held Boise State to 1 of their last 7. Still a 3-possession game with 38.2 left. The Broncos will be out of timeouts. Fresno State has 1 timeout remaining. Again, this timeout brought to you by Table Mountain Casino Resort. Jess is going to check in. Bulldogs have no fouls to give, neither does Boise State. Last thing you do if you're Fresno State is you don't want to commit a foul. That stops the clock and puts them at the line. And this is a very good free throw shooting team. Tonight they're 11 of 16. That's 69% for the Broncos. Jess, Millie, Danae, Jasa, and India, the 5 on the floor for Fresno State. You get set. You got Pasco out there. You got the starting 5 for the Broncos. Bays, Hansen, Pasco, Thompson, and Hutton. Millie will guard the inbounder. They get it into Bays. They hand it back to Hansen. Here's Pasco. All the way to the basket. Layup's good. It's down to 5. Clock kept running. They're going to change the clock. It's 73-68. 31.7 left. Dogs cannot turn the basketball over. We'll see what Coach Ryan McCarthy wants to do. 1 timeout remaining for the Dogs. Do you burn it here and advance it? Or do you
the play is under review. Once the basket was made and passed through the net completely, the clock continued to run. We'll be using the monitor to readjust the clock.
Yeah, more than likely they'll add about tenths of a second back. It'll be over 32 seconds left here in this one. It's a 5-point game. 73-68. It's now 2 possessions. Bulldogs are 70% from the line today, 16 of 23. That's why they're bringing Kuna.
The clock will be adjusted at 32.4. It's going to be Fresno State's ball out of bounds.
So Fresno State will have the ball with 32.4 left. This is not a timeout, so the Dogs are going to have to inbound it and go the full length of the floor. Coach McCarthy wants to save a timeout. You can run the baseline, though, as the ball did go through the net, so Jasa can know that. She can run it, and the official tells her. Full court pressure from Boise State. If you're the Dogs, don't turn it over and knock down some free throws, and you walk away with a win. But a long way to go. Jasa get it in. They get it into India. India's double team. That's not where you want to be, and it's a jump ball. Possession, Boise State. That's the last thing you wanted to do was catch it if you're India on the sideline and then bring it down, and now the Broncos get the ball with 29 seconds left here in the fourth. Shot clock will be turned off with 29.1. Diawara is going to check in for Fresno State. Fresno State is going to be on defense, and Kuna will take a seat. Bulldogs lead is down to 5. This Boise State team, we said it, they've won 9 in a row for a reason. They fight till the end, and they've got a chance. They'll get it into Hutton. Quickly to Hanson. Hanson off the bounce. They'll go away, and Thompson fall away. That is short. Rebound Millie. And you're going to get a jump ball. Possession is going to go to Fresno State. Millie already with her first double-double this season, and a timeout taken by head coach Ryan McCarthy with 22.2 left here in the fourth. Thompson got a great look for the preseason player of the year and just missed it. He's got 16 here tonight, 12 in this second half. She's got 12 in the second half, and Danae Powell has 11. As we're taking a look at what they had going into this half. Got to get the ball in, and you got to be strong with the basketball if you're Fresno State. That's going to be talked about in the huddle. You got Taylor Martinez in the huddle. We'll get her thoughts on this one. Both teams now out of timeouts. You also let your team know that so that you don't get a cheap technical. Bulldogs haven't scored the last 3.5, but they've put up 73 points here in this one. They put up 79 against San Jose State, 71 against Nevada. They put up 86 earlier this season against Utah State and 83 in a loss to Colorado State. So the Bulldogs, that's now 5 games of 70 points or more in conference play. Millie to inbound. You want this ball in the hands of either Danae or Millie. 22.2 left here in the fourth. You don't want an illegal screen. That's what they had on the last one. Millie to get it in, looking, gets it into Danae. Danae is double teamed, doesn't get called, and now is called. Nice job by Danae. The only way you're going to get Powell was going to foul her, and Danae will be at the line for 2. Bays just picked up her 3rd. And so now Powell at the line for 2 free throws. 2 points shy of her career high is the sophomore from Vegas. Having a very good conference season is Danae. Free throw from Powell is good. Tonight, Danae is 6 of 9 from the line. She came in 8th in the conference in scoring. Millie came in 6th in scoring. It's a 1-2 punch between Millie and Danae. Misses that free throw. Rebound inside is grabbed by Hutton. Quickly up the floor, Bays working on Jasa. Bays step back, that's a 2. No good, rebound Hutton's follow, and she was fouled by Jess. With 9 seconds left here, you did not need to foul. They actually call that on Millie, not Jess. That's the 2nd foul on Millie. This will be a good teaching moment for head coach Ryan McCarthy. 74-68, Dogs up 6. On things not to do when you have the lead. Under a minute to go. We'll talk to Coach after this game. Free throw is up and is no good. Taken by Libby Hutton. Well, Hutton had 25 and 9 in their first matchup. Hutton tonight's got 7 and 5 with 4 personal fouls. So they've done a good job on the sophomore from Australia. Splits a pair. Jace's got to get it in. She'll get it to Danae. Danae in the backcourt, and she is fouled by Bays, and that will be number 4 on Danny Bays. And Danae has a chance to match her career high, and if she makes both, it'll be a new career high for Danae. 6.3 left here in the fourth. Don't even need anyone on the foul line, and that's exactly what and Coach Ryan McCarthy said. She said, hey, get away from the lane, guys. It's a 2-possession game. Free throw from Danae is no good. Danae's a very good free throw shooter, but tonight she's 6 of 11 from the line. Free throw from Danae, good. Matches her career high, 22. Dogs up 6. Final 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Tatum floats it, and the Dogs will have their biggest victory of the season. knocking off the number 3 team in the conference, Boise State, by a final of 75-69. That snaps the 9 games in a row that Boise State has won. Dogs have now won 3 in a row. Fresno State 7-8 in conference, 13-13 overall. Boise State falls to 10-4 and 19-6 overall, as the Bulldogs get that first signature victory for head coach Ryan McCarthy as they knock off Boise State. It's always a rivalry when these two teams play, and it's the Bulldogs knocking off Boise State by a final of 75-69. Didn't start off with all smiles, as you had head coach Ryan McCarthy had to burn an early timeout and readjust the energy, as Boise State outscored them 9-0 in the first minute 50, but that first quarter 15-2 run the last 4 minutes, and then they held the Broncos scoreless the last 3 in the second quarter, and the Dogs hang on and win this one by 6, 75-69. We've got our Table Mountain Casino Resort player of the game, brought to you by Table Mountain Casino Resort. Welcome to the table. Taylor is with Danae Powell. Taylor?
Danae, you tied your career high in points. You played a majority of the game with 3 fouls. How were you able to stay aggressive and get this done for your team?
You know, I think just like the focus I had, and just trying to like dial it back but still be aggressive.
Boise State was on a 9-game win streak. You guys in that tonight. What does that do for this team and where you guys are headed going into the postseason?
I think it gives us some good momentum and just shows that like the work we've been putting in, like, it's paying off, and we're just getting better and better.
Coach questioned your urgency in that first timeout. How did you guys respond?
I think we responded pretty good. You know, normally, like, in the beginning of the season, we would kind of, like, just fold. But, again, I think that just shows, like, the team we're, like, becoming.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Taylor. That is our Table Mountain Casino Resort player of the game. Danae Powell matches her career high 22 here tonight. Millie Long chipped in with 18 as we welcome you courtside. I'm Matt Norva with the winning coach Ryan McCarthy. Biggest win so far in his young Fresno State Bulldog coaching career. Coach, you burned that early timeout. I thought of Tark for a second. Tark bites the towel. You bit your hoodie with it above your mouth. What'd you say, and boy, did your team respond.
You know, I didn't think we were playing very brave, and you know, the last 2 games we were a totally different team than the team that just showed up. And I think, you know, maybe it was the jitters of a big game, or, you know, Boise State's really good, you know, and I think part of it was us not showing up, but part of it is they're a really good team, and, you know, they're keeping you thinking the whole game just because they got 4 real elite weapons on the floor offensively.
Well, we came in highlighting Jason Gamble and how good defensively she was. She picked up 3 fouls that you look at and you go, in a game like this you can't. But boy, oh boy, did your bench come in and give you some good minutes. She picks up that second foul. You guys end up going on a 15-2 run.
Yeah, that was not on my bingo card. You know, Jasa is such a defensive, you know, backbone for our team. But we had some ladies really step up today on the defensive end. I was really proud of Alani A.O., with her effort and just buying some minutes for the other girls, because we knew that they were going to be playing, you know, bigger minutes. But this is the minutes that we want to be able to play, where we're not having to play, you know, certain players 35-plus minutes. Ideally, in this kind of system, this is where we can be most efficient.
I thought there were 2 numbers that really jumped out in that first half. Points off of turnovers, you guys outscored them by a dozen. And then fast break points, you didn't give up any, which is something that Boise State is known for. We talked about it coming in. Your transition defense tonight was great. Yeah, we really worked on that. We've had a lot of film sessions on that and just breaking it down. But, you know, a lot of that is just effort and, you know, sprinting back and finding your man early. And I thought, we did a good job of that. But in particular, the bigs, you know, I thought Hedda and Jess did a good job of just sprinting back, holding down the key so we didn't give up anything easy, and our guards were able to spread out to the shooters. Thought the play of the game was Millie to India. Maybe a pass that you see her wind up and throw into traffic. India goes up, gets it, gets the finger roll at the end, and then a timeout taken. But from your perspective, when you see her wind up like that, what are you thinking?
Yeah, you're looking at like the fade pattern, right? Except for that was right down the middle of the floor. But yeah, I was like, no, great pass, nice. You know, great catch by India. That's hard to handle on that full speed. So, yeah, those 2. I mean, that was, again, just an effort play of India deciding she was going to sprint the floor down the river there, and really good job by them.
How do you keep the positivity going? You've won 3 in a row. You got Utah State. You don't want to have a letdown on Sunday. Then you get your important bye before San Diego on Saturday. How do you keep it going?
Yeah, I mean, it's road games in this league are really, really hard, and it doesn't matter who you're playing and what, where they're at. I think, I don't know what the stats are for our league, but I think most of the upsets have happened where the home team has beaten the road team. I think of specifically San Jose State versus Nevada. That happened at San Jose State. So we just got to come in. I just think we got to focus on us and make sure that, we're cleaning up some of the mistakes that we made tonight and then focusing in on Utah State's personnel.
Well, Coach, great victory. We'll talk to you again. We won't be with you in Utah, but we'll see you in San Diego 1 week from Saturday. And thanks for the time as always.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's head coach Ryan McCarthy. Stay with us on the radio side. That wraps up the coverage on the Mountain West side. Dogs win it 75-69 for our entire Mountain West crew. For Taylor Martinez running sideline, I'm Matt Norville saying so long from beautiful Fresno, California. Stay with us on the radio side. This is Bulldogs women's basketball from Learfield.